The first ever AVP League, the first ever AVP League championship. It is a new era, ladies and gentlemen, and I could not be more excited to be a part of it, to welcome you in with me and all of my best friends. Yeah, baby, I love it. I am loving this. This is new energy. This is fun energy. And this is the future of beach volleyball. Let's meet the teams for the final match, everybody. First up for the San Diego Smash. They are one match away from the championship. They are Olympians, ladies and gentlemen. And this first guy standing 6 feet 4 inches tall. Out of UC Santa Barbara, the calm, the focus, the resolve, he is Miles Evans. And his partner from the NBA to the AVP at 6 feet 7 inches tall. Out of the University of Arizona, he is Seabud Chase Budinger. And their opponents, the Dallas Dream, they are undefeated. These boys, ladies and gentlemen, they are Olympians, and they have looked unbeatable this year. First up, standing 6 feet 3 inches tall, out of UCLA, he's the kid, Miles Partain. And his partner at 6 feet 8 inches tall, rising to the top of beach volleyball, ladies and gentlemen, out of Palos Verdes High School, he is Andy Benesh.
The two men's duos from the United States that represented us for beach volleyball in the Paris 2024 Olympic Games, going head to head in this matchup.
There's some camaraderie there too, to have gone on that journey together, opening ceremonies, closing ceremonies, being at the events, the training times, all of that. There's familiarity and camaraderie between these four men.
There's definitely, oh, go ahead.
Sorry, it is a journey that you go on together, right? Your different teams come competition time, but it is that solidarity of representing your nation as a team.
Putting the flag on means something.
Yeah.
There is familiarity. They've met 7 previous times. 6 of those belong to Andy and Miles. As there's the lefty, out of bounds. Is there a touch? No, a net violation. There is 1 win on the side of Chase and Miles. By the way, it was 576 days ago, the very first meeting between these two teams.
That's over a year, I think.
Good for them to have stuck together that long in the cycle that is beach volleyball partnerships.
And this matchup, it really showcases the true evolution of offense.
And the more the Smash can do this, the better. The more they can option to Chase, the better. And they'll do it early. Rich mentioned as we started this match that it all comes down to the reception of Miles Evans and his ability to control the ball and place it for Chase. He did quite well at that skill last night.
Andy Benesh finding the seam.
Yeah, high and heavy right there, the big man. The Smash are 2 for 2 on option. Chase said they're a volume option team, and they're sticking with it. This is going to be the question mark, right, is how much pressure can Andy Benesh put on from the inline?
I cannot be more impressed with the development of Andy Benesh. Coming out to the beach, he said you have to be willing to come out to the beach and suck for 3 years. Well, it's been obvious for a long time that Andy was doing the work and rising, and that has continued even through this year from post-Olympics and the disappointment they had there relative to their expectations, right? Everyone goes in expecting to go get a gold medal. Coming back, working through that in Manhattan, through into the league. I've been super impressed with Andy's continued personal development.
Yeah, agreed. It is an interesting sort of mental space to occupy, to be a great, maybe even a standout player collegiately indoors, and then go to a discipline where you take some lumps for a while.
Well, to be a middle blocker too. Relatively fewer skills than most other positions, and Andy has all of them, including the left hand now.
Andy Benesh, the product of USC, where he was a middle blocker Now finding his sand legs, and did it, to your point, ever so quickly.
And much like Kevin Barnett adding to his toolkit.
You take apart a car with those tools.
What a serve cross court. And closing down the line is the block of Andy Benesh.
So that's kind of one of the things we were talking about, right? Great serve from Andy Benesh. It's really a tremendous pass from Miles Evans, but not a pass that allows them to go into their option offense. So it allows the Dallas Dream to kind of set up defensively the way they want to.
Not only not into the option offense, but not into that fast offense either. You can't control it and spread the net to create that pressure on Andy.
Timeout called as the Dallas Dream now up 5-1. And for the San Diego Smash, they had an incredible climactic rise all the way from 8 to 5 to 4 and now into the championships. Let's take a look back. A great weekend to be in the City of Angels. Week 7, and for the San Diego Smash, currently in last place in the standings, they need a bit of a miracle here to move their way up.
It's going to take some heroics, but if you need a miracle, what a better place to get it than down the street from the Magic Kingdom, right?
Urango right back to the money bag. And it doesn't get any better than that. The opposite side.
Wow.
The San Diego Smash get it done. Where will they go now?
I believe just getting started in the second half of the season for them.
They say everything is bigger in Texas. And for this weekend, the stakes couldn't be bigger. Right down the middle, the San Diego Smash picking up the women's match. Match point, he's getting booed.
Timmy, give us a side out. Oh.
They will boo him now. They're gonna yell for him because the San Diego Smash are not messing around. They know what's at stake.
Yeah, getting the job done.
So the San Diego Smash making this ever the more intriguing. They went 3-1 in week 7 and week 8 to bolster their position. Everyone counted them out. And lo and behold, they now reside in the championship matchup. A women's match on their side, as there's a good look at a first contact. Back to the option. Explain the option, by the way, for maybe those tuning in to beach volleyball for the very first time, Rich Lamborn.
Yeah, it just means that the player making the second contact can either swing away at it or go with the traditional set. They have the quote-unquote option to do either, and that's reliant on a great first contact from the service receiver. In this case, Miles Evans, perfect.
When you say first contact, what are the factors you're looking at that go into whether he has the ability to select that, as he gets a huge stuff there?
Well, it's position, you know, distance from the net. It's a little bit of height and trajectory on that first contact, right? If it's too flat, it's maybe difficult to hit for that second contact making player.
Some tempo?
Some tempo, yeah.
Saw the block there from Chase Budinger as he comes just so close to going back to back. It's been so fun to watch his athleticism.
Yeah, and it's interesting to watch the choices made right now, too, as they pass that ball or serve that ball down the middle, and that kind of limits the option offense of the other side, compresses everything. Andy, even there, trying to scoop and get a little bit of distance to force Chase to move, because if you let Chase stand in front of you, he can be so much bigger.
Miles Partain, the youngest of the 4 currently on the court, but leading the league in digs per set, one of the best defenders and offensive players you'll find on the sand.
One of the many reasons why they're undefeated thus far, because Andy huge at the net, so Miles digging that level of ball behind him, and then their ability to convert those scoring opportunities like we've talked about ad nauseum is tremendous.
There's a look at the option. This time it's the jump set that leads to the kill.
1 point to the 8-point switch.
That's one I almost file under the heading of more rhythmic than anything, because I don't think that that was fooling anybody that Andy was going to swing at that ball. You could see Chase fronting Miles immediately, but it allows the Dream to keep in their rhythm offensively.
There's the strong serve of Andy Benesh. Another ace.
It just keeps getting better. Better and better. Now the question will be, what will they do? Will they go to the line next or go straight up the line? Andy Benesh has been lethal all season long. Could be a championship kind of quality from the service line for the Dallas Dream.
Going around the court, we're going to go counterclockwise. There's about 30 of you and maybe 15 chairs, some of which are not inflated very well, but that's totally fine. They've seen their time. This is standard musical chairs. When the music stops, you grab a chair. 3, 2, 1, let's go. I love everything about what is happening right now. Okay, I think the guy in the yellow is officially out. Sorry, buddy. Great job, great job. If you have a chair, you are in. If you do not have a chair, you are, what is that? All right, trust you, honor code, here we go, get off if you lost. We're gonna take out 5 chairs and round 2 happens right now.
Man, these inflatable chairs are getting put to the test in terms of durability. Some musical chairs here at the AVP League, but let's check in now with Casey Patterson. I think he's got some pretty happy faces next to him, the San Diego Smash.
You know, we're watching the musical chairs down here. This season has been a little bit of that for you guys, right? You've been kind of like all over the place, winning, losing, wherever, but great finish in that last match. You guys are playing out of your minds. How do you feel right now going into the boys match and what support that they need?
I just think cheering as loud as we can, being there for them, supporting them, giving them feedback if we see anything. Yeah, just giving our energy to them and helping them out as much as possible.
Yeah, and so like your vision of this format and going into like a next season, your thoughts on that and how you feel about it?
I mean, I'm excited. I think that the fans are catching on. There's more people here supporting, and the more that we grow this and the awareness of it, I think it's awesome. It's quick hitting, and yeah, I mean, I love being paired up with the guys, so it's been fun.
Yeah, it's been rad. I want to invest in the San Diego Smash team. I want a little ownership. I'll manage you guys. I feel like we're going right in the right direction. I can, you know, fill in. I'm just putting myself in there. But boys are playing great. Game's close. What's our go-to cheer right now?
Honestly, I haven't talked to the crowd yet, but I'm going to tell them when I point at them to say smash, smash, smash.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Got to cheer now. All right. Back to you guys. I'm going to go get in the crowd so I can cheer.
Apparently, their team just continues to grow. Casey alongside Chase, and he had the betting interest that direction. Now with the ladies, the same thing goes.
Casey's available for hire.
Casey is available for hire. The San Diego Smash trailing by 4 in this first set of the men's matchup. Side set for C-Bud and the hitting error. That's something that they have really focused on eliminating late in league play.
Tough when you have Andy Benesh in front of you.
Yeah, it is tough. There again, starts with great serving from Andy Benesh, so they just have to go into more of a basic offense, not exactly where they want to be, typically the San Diego Smash.
I mean, swiped over the top of the net. Doug from Evans and sends it back. That's just simply unfair.
Andy's going to have a little conversation about that second contact from Chase Budinger. It was wide open hand, but he swipes at it quickly enough that I think it's clean.
We're going to make this the Wilson Volleyball play of the day. They're going to call that second contact clean. How about the extended dig, though, from Miles Evans? Foot speed on display.
That was tremendous start to finish. I mean, the contact from Andy Benesh, chasing it to the net and going behind his head with the knuckle to keep it alive, was fantastic as well.
Trying to close the gap now, the Smash. Partain with the left hand, and the Bruin, one more kill.
Well, he set that one up. He's gone wrist away a number of times, and this time just coming cross body, a chasing into that angle.
His vision is so impeccable. Just kind of feels Chase inside towards his left shoulder and peels that back across his body.
It's the chess game you're always playing. As a server, you're playing it with the receivers. At the net, you're playing it with the blocker. And that's where Miles really excels. Miles Partain, that is, because we have multiple Mileses.
I go, you go, nobody goes.
Yeah, that's like our first look at that zip to the pin for the San Diego Smash. Got the pass they wanted, starting to incorporate this offensively and get a little bit of a good break off the top of the tape.
I wonder how much they can vary that position and how they call that. How will that develop? Because we will see different spots. That one all the way to the pin inside. How quickly can they communicate that, and can they continue to dial it in? Because it's been effective.
Fantastic serve. Chase Budinger turns one.
And we saw this a little bit in our third place match as well. The big Theo Brunner in the backcourt digging balls. Chase with a scoop and a pirouette before the put away on that one. His touch platform wise is fantastic.
And his partner's serve can be a weapon. He needs to get around the side of it, serve it at Miles.
Instead, it's to Andy. Option sent back. It's hard to believe he's just 22 years old. We got to dig in to the storyline of Miles Partain a bit. The two-time AVP Best Offensive Player the last 2 seasons, part of course, the duo that was the Team of the Year alongside Andy Benesh in 2023. And he just continues to skyrocket in terms of his accolades and his abilities.
Remember, his first big success in a heritage event came in Chicago a few years ago with Paul Lotman. A warning shot across the bow of volleyball fans saying, Miles Partain is here, must be recognized.
Well, as we have now hit past the 4:30 local time, the temp has started to drop. It was a beautiful sunny and 75. Now starting to get a bit chilly, sitting at 60. That's chilly in California, as that is icing on the cake. The San Diego Smash with the ace.
Fortune favoring the brave. There, Chase flattening out that float serve and getting rewarded with the dribbler.
Side set. And an error, making this a 1-point game.
They've forced a few errors out of the San Diego Smash, and they've done it by being kind of relentless on some scramble plays, working their way through a couple of bad contacts to create this pressure.
It started with a 5-1 run in favor of Dallas, now 11-10. The San Diego Smash haven't beaten this team since 2023 at the beginning stages of the year. This would be a huge opportunity. And at the right time, Tuesday night at 5 Eastern, CBS Sports Network is on the hardwood for some college basketball as Villanova renews their Philly rivalry with St. Joseph's. Catch all the action right here on CBS Sports Network.
That's some afternoon basketball if you're on the Best Coast.
That's true. There you go. All right, fellas, a 1-point game. You can see the facilitator, Chase Budinger, getting to work. He really has been kind of the foundation, the leadership carrying this team. Miles Evans, also a massive added benefit in terms of the side-out game.
Yeah, I mean, he really seems to find another gear in critical moments, does Chase. He takes over at the net. Right now, he's serving the ball very tough, and that allows his partner, Miles Evans, a little bit of freedom, a little bit of opportunity to kind of be calm behind him and really play at his best as well. So it's a good synchronicity.
And Miles Evans recently has discussed how he's had to relocate some of his confidence, and it really has come to fruition late in league play. And right now he looks really calm, nice and even, and he should be, as they are down by just 1 point. For the Dallas Dream, they've only dropped 2 sets through the entirety of league play.
Both of the same team, not the San Diego Smash.
That would be Trevor Crabb and Theo Brunner. Serve back to the middle out of the timeout. they find the answer.
There's another unusual thing about Andy Benesh. Coming out of a middle blocker background, the ability to set, and not only set, but set backwards towards the net. So he's not even looking, but he's locating that ball for Miles Partain in an area where Miles has options.
I think that's maybe the skill that allows players to make transitions so well. You see it also across the net from him and Chase Budinger. Just a phenomenal hand setter of the ball.
Pushed wide, blocked out.
I think it was Jake Gibb, when I spoke to him a few years ago, we were talking about transitions, and always the first question about any player thinking about joining the beach was, can they set?
Well, and he also brings it from the offensive standpoint and also from the service line. Those are the other two big categories you look for in a blocker.
Well, because you can thump it all day long. You can win warm-ups, and every time you get served, you can terminate the ball. It just means no one's going to serve you. See Phil Dahlhauser, world's best setter multiple times, because he had to set all the time to any one of his partners because you weren't going to serve peak Phil. I won't even serve off-peak Phil right now.
Just don't serve him ever.
No, stay away from him.
You don't serve Phil from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. off peak.
Exactly.
See Bud with another side out. Chase Budinger leading the league from an efficiency standpoint. He's hit .629 on the season.
Ridiculous.
I love the enthusiasm with which you announced that, Cam. 629, it's Chase Budinger.
That's an insane number.
That is phenomenal numbers, yeah. Against the top talent we have on the beach.
That's what I've loved about the league, too, looking up and down the results. There are no bad matches. There are no matches where you go, oh, of course they should win this one. No, you shouldn't, of course, win anything. Everything's a toss-up.
Dallas Dream at a set point. Budinger will have the look. The hesitation at the top of his jump gives the Dallas Dream set one. Haley Harward and Kylie DeBerg saying, yeah, that's right. Let's send this to a golden set. Could the AVP League Championships come down to a single set shared by both men and women? The Dallas Dream takes this next one. That could in fact be the case.
Here we go. No holding the court, Kelsey. Monster block. One. We finished where we started. Nope. TV controls everything. That's what they're telling me. I'm so sorry.
We're laughing up here in the booth because everyone is having a good time at the AVP League Championships. The San Diego Smash versus the Dallas Dream, as there has some things that have already been decided, as the New York Nitro pick up the 4th place finish, and the Miami Mayhem, hats off to Alex Kleiman and April Ross as they walk away with a podium finish at the 3rd place spot. Now between the 4 and 2 seeds, the championship to be determined. Casey Patterson, though, having a little fun in the mix. Some king of the court between sets 1 and 2, not only on the mic, but he's kind of like the Tom Brady, just come right back out of retirement.
I love it. He's out there. You had a guy who blocked Triborn straight down, and the whole place went bonkers.
Oh, so fantastic. The AVP fans have showed up in terms of each city that's been represented, as a late whistle, the lift on the set. Rich?
Yeah, I think it's a good call. Kind of watch this one go all the way in, and then Andy changes directions with his shoulder while holding on to the ball. I think it's a pretty good call from Johnny King up top.
There's no argument from anyone on the court.
This time he stays on the ground. You hear the nice shot call from his partner right over the top.
Our acoustics are dialed down there on the court.
It was a very interesting choice to me to serve Chase Budinger with the set in the balance there. Chase Budinger was 6 of 10. And then all of a sudden he hit the ball out. Look at his partner. His partner was 3 kills, 3 errors on almost the same number of attempts. Double figures there. I would have stuck with Miles, but it ended up working as Chase made that single error.
Just a nasty swing from Miles Evans.
It's dirty.
Dirty, dirty.
Yeah, again, how about this set? Relatively close to the net. Chase putting it in perfect warm-up feast position.
And why does Andy have to honor that pass so far over? Because Chase started out this match optioning ball after ball after ball. So Andy has to play the middle, and he's late, taking advantage of it there. That is the Smash offense working to precision.
They're going to need an explosion of offense here in this 2nd set. Going up against the Dallas Dream. They would need not just the 2nd, but also the 3rd in this best of 3.
Going to find themselves in a golden set, perhaps.
Shot blocked.
And this is where I don't mind serving Chase Budinger. If you're just hitting best serve, Andy Benesh, get after it. Wherever you want to go, wherever the open space is, whoever you think you can beat, go and do it. Because I like the matchup at the net no matter what, as long as the pass has them off balance.
Yeah, and sometimes that's been team's answer to the option as well. If you serve the player who's the option player, at least you know where the 3rd contact is coming from.
Right.
Right, so they can kind of set up their defense on Chase, even though you mentioned his hitting prowess.
Great pass, Andy Benesh. I mean, his offense is atop the charts as well, hitting 570 on the season. It's really a double-edged sword when going up against Miles Partain and Andy Benesh. Like, who do you choose to serve? They're both such weapons.
All great partnerships are like that. You're not really left with an obvious choice as to who to bury every single match.
Gets Miles Evans off the spot, but he's still so fast. Chase pulling and goes head to head. Open net. And that's just cinema. Point to the smash.
A gladiator style point. Are you not entertained? The creativity of contact throughout by all 4 players was thrilling.
It didn't seem like any of those contacts came from sort of a normal position. But Chase and Miles ultimately finding a way to get it down clean to the sand. Cleanly, sorry, Ann.
Text from mom coming in. Adjusting the line of approach is Miles Partain. And it's just so workmanlike, his approach to this sport.
It's because he never says a word. He just turns around and walks away. He won't stare at you. He won't talk to you. He's just calculating, just math, constantly math. Angles, situations, possibilities.
He's truly a craftsman in terms of this sport. He's doing a lot of work also off the court in terms of the knowledge of the game and trying to grow that aspect, sharing a lot of that online now.
He would like to build a massive volleyball training database for people to think about the game and play the game the way that he does and the way that many people do, not just his own place for information.
Chase Budinger getting pushed back. Not often you see that.
No, that's one of those ones where it just kind of goes perfectly for Andy Benesh, coming through with a little momentum on the stiff arm.
Saw Chase get pushed once this season. Spread option.
Here's the thing you run into with all the spread and the speed and everything else. Fun to watch. It opens up some spectacular plays. But if you don't get full contact, you're in a position where you can be read and dug more easily. And we've seen it in a couple of plays here. Once with Miles to Miles being dug, Partain digging Evans. And here, the other direction with Budinger getting dug up because he's not able to get full wood on the ball.
Well, you could see that ball was a little bit over his shoulder, more so than he was expecting. He had to take that back step, and that limits your range. Of course, a great read from Miles Partain, but a good response from the smash.
Oh, go ahead.
The speed is always alluring when it works, when you see it function perfectly. The question is, what's the balance? How many times are you getting that spectacular play, that open net? How many times are you getting a disadvantage to your opponent?
Well, it has been working. The last 4 matchups, they are hitting .391, so working more often than not for the San Diego Smash. Again, still trailing by 2 and down a set to the Dallas Dream. This is looking like it could go to a golden set. The AVP League Championships roll on the other side of this break. The Dallas Dream sitting pretty here, looking to force a golden set. And I think we've got a little bit of a treat for you. Let's go down now to Casey Patterson, and he's with some Dream Girls.
I am with the Dream Girls. Thank you. Yes. Girls, I'm trying to ask and figure out what are you going to do if we go to the golden set. The boys are playing well, and we've had mixed reviews. What's the deal? Why the secrecy?
We're going to just stay ready. We trust the boys. We're going to have some fun out here. Because someone could tell them.
Someone could be watching live and tell them, yeah, okay. So we're just going to stay ready so we don't have to get ready. Okay, perfect. So any strategy going into this with that, like almost like a second chance type feeling for this next, for the golden set?
Yeah, I think vibes are high. We're re-energized. we definitely want to keep playing. It's getting a little chilly. We're just going to bring the fire, bring the heat.
Yeah, it's kind of like you lose and then you get another chance immediately to go play again. They're ready. We're fine. They're ready. Dream Girls are ready.
The Dream Girls are ready to go. They did lose against the San Diego Smash women. However, if this goes to a golden set, which would be the decider if the men and women split in terms of the team points, they could be right back out on the sand against Tony and Gina once again.
We've already seen it. If you were with us right at the top of the show, you saw the conclusion there. April and Alex actually going second. The women finishing out the set, and April and Alex winning the first ever golden set in AVP League history.
And Miles Partain just simply doing damage with the float serve.
It's unusual.
It's unusual. You wonder as the temperature starts to chill a little bit if that affects the flight of the ball.
Basically zero wind happening.
It's interesting to me how much Andy is sort of respecting Chase's on-two swing possibility, because he's almost all the way over in front and really having to scurry out to try and get in front of Miles Evans. I think he's probably better off being a little more central and or just going straight out to Miles when he's out wide.
The thing that makes blocking so difficult at any level is the amount of decisions that have to be made in a short amount of time. You have to gather a massive amount of information about where the ball is set, where it's going to end up, where the hitter is currently approaching from, what angle they're at, their body language perhaps, and those options all in the fraction of a second, and then make a decision as to where to go. So even though that may not be the best opportunity for the attack of Chase Budinger, you have to respect it, because you can't determine everything right away. Ace up the middle there. You can't determine everything in time to make the right decision every time.
Let's take a look back at this one. Andy Benesh takes some of the spin off, goes a little bit more of that floater. He's got a hybrid in his own right.
Yeah, perfect positioning and the decision making and information gathering going the wrong way for the smash on that play.
This time he snaps it. That ball is spinning. Scooped and sent wide.
Just trying to keep that in play. Great dig from Miles Partain. Can't keep the rally going. Kev, just a final thought for you. A lot of times that information processing, the best players do it so quickly. They take in so much information and process it so quickly that we think of it incorrectly as reaction time. They react so quickly, but really it's an information processing ability, I think, that gets labeled as reaction time.
I'd agree with that, and I think that's why blocking is the toughest skill to learn as you go level to level. If you go from juniors to college, college to pro, then maybe even, and then over to the beach.
Yeah, indoor to beach.
Right, trying to gather that information in a timely fashion, and to your point, process it in time. That is the mark of a veteran generally.
Trying to close down the option going down the line.
Andy played your middle. Chase saw it, made the decision.
Yeah, and I think the Dream were set up well for that. Chase just happened to make a better shot that time, evading the defensive Partain down the line.
You're going to have to serve Evans tougher than that.
You're going to have to serve Miles Partain tougher than that.
Yeah, both those guys are so capable. You can't just lollipop it at them.
And the split blocking seems to indicate that maybe San Diego accepting their fate here a little bit, mentally preparing perhaps for the golden set to come.
Match point for the Dallas Dream. They'll have several opportunities at it.
Crank it, Andy.
Sending this potentially to a golden set. Can he get there? A dream of a save from Andy Benesh. Drops it right in front of Miles Partain.
I like that moment. Watch this chase from Andy. We're going to see him full sprint, layout, keep it alive, and then they're going to look at each other, and Miles is going to telepathically or otherwise go, get your butt up to the net.
Last time that happened, he was just screaming at him. Get up there, partner. Second match point. High lift, calculated. And off the fingertips, that is out of bounds, and the Dallas Dream men remain undefeated. through the AVP League inaugural season. That means it's going to come down to one set, the golden set, to determine this year's champion.
Like nothing else in sport, you're going to have the men or the women take the sand first, and then the other gender finish it off.
For the San Diego Smash, to the center of the court, please. Entering the championship, the Dallas Dream was the 2 seed. The San Diego Smash, the 4 seed, which means the Dallas Dream will choose which gender will begin and end the golden set. Miles, have you guys made a decision?
We made a decision. The girls are going to go first.
All right, the women will go first. Haley Kylie versus Tony Gina. They'll play until 8 points. They'll switch sides. Then Miles Andy, Miles Chase will take over and finish it to 15. Head referee John King, let's flip the coin for receive or side choice.
More revolutions next time. Unless you win. Heads. Still more revolutions.
The Smash win the coin toss. They can choose to receive serve or which side. Remember, they will only switch sides one time. The Smash will receive serve. The Dallas Dream are choosing.
So the Dallas Dream are going to a golden set versus the San Diego Smash. They decided to put the women out first as they are the higher seeded team of the 2. So that's the advantage coming out of the seeds. Kevin and Rich, walk me through just how fantastic this golden set could be.
We saw it before. You take the team that was off and you put them out on the sand. It's interesting to me, that choice to take the colder group and put them out. We'll see how it plays out. Short warm-up.
2 genders sharing a single set to 15. Our champion will be determined at the conclusion of these next 15 points. Will it be the San Diego Smash, or could it be the Dallas Dream? The golden set up next. A golden set under a golden sky. The San Diego Smash versus the Dallas Dream. It all comes down to this. Cameron Irwin alongside Rich Lamborn and Kevin Barnett as you look to how things have shaped up for the AVP League Championships. The New York Nitro take 4th, the Miami Mayhem take a podium position at 3rd. Who will be 1st and who will be 2nd? Left wanting. Will it be the Dallas Dream or the San Diego Smash?
The quality of play has held true here. The margins have been small all league long. The best players with the most at stake.
Women up first. They will play to 8 before bringing the men back out. Limited time in terms of a warm-up. Haley Harward, Kylie DeBerg versus Gina Urango and Tony Rodriguez.
Yeah, earlier going into the golden set that we saw in the bronze medal match, our boy Casey down there, he liked the notion of, I lost 2 sets, but now I'm primed to come back and maybe win. Maybe that's what's on the minds of the Dallas Dream here.
They saw it play out once. Evening the score 1 apiece, and she is her own energy source. Tony Rodriguez already clapping. We talked about it last night in their semifinal matchup. They were down in a set and locked in, though, on the sideline. She looks ever the more determined as that goes right over the top.
Felt like that was a big moment for the San Diego Smash team to come through. Both the pressure in one set, they responded, lost narrowly, and then came through with the overall victory. They're not feeling pressure the same way I think they were feeling pressure earlier in the season. This partnership is steely.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. This is going to be interesting, though, because in their match, they went almost exclusively at Kylie DeBerg. That first serve goes to Haley Harward. It's hard to kind of dial in on a tactic when you only have up to 8 points.
You got to go right back to DeBerg.
I would agree with you.
Will Rodriguez go line to line here? And she does, in fact, forcing that a little bit more middle. And you heard the oohs and ahs from the crowd. They called that before our official did.
A little bit of a late whistle. You want to hear the quick whistle, even if you tend to disagree with it as a player. I think it was right in this instance, albeit tardy.
This time she serves the left side of DeBerg. Big step to the left, gets a touch. With precision, Rodriguez.
A practiced play that we've seen in this match from the practice court. Dig the ball from that position, turn, and simply chip it to the line left-handed.
Yeah, and this was kind of a theme in their match earlier as well. Tony Rodriguez touching a lot of balls and controlling them almost all right into Gina Urango's lap, giving them an opportunity to put that up there for the winners.
She keeps switching positions here, trying to keep DeBerg off balance. She was on the right corner for the first serve, back to the middle for the second serve. Now she's back to that right corner.
This time takes the pace off. Short serve to DeBerg. The cut shot from DeBerg.
I've been impressed all year long with DeBerg's ability to move. 6'4", all that power, yet she can move her feet effectively. That's why I'm so high on this partnership in terms of the future growth. A lot of work to do over the winter, but it's there. That potential is inside them.
It's the old adage, you can't coach height, right? So she's got a tremendous amount of skills wrapped up in that tall package, and it bodes well for them as a team in the future.
Extended rally here. Dallas Dream looking to tie. That's right in the lap of Urango. Haley Harward trying to polish off the point. No hat, no problem. Somebody's got to take a cut at this ball. Will it be Rodriguez? In fact, she does, but it's the error. Just kidding, hold on. Net violation against the Dallas Dream. Lets the Smash off the hook.
Yeah, that is a little bit of a dagger. Tremendous defense, both sides. A little bit of trouble, kind of to your point, Kevin, something to shore up a little bit in the off season is that transition setting, because so many opportunities, but not really great ones to score. And then here on weary legs, perhaps a little bit of extra lean into the tape.
Thought they had it. The net violation takes it away. There were 2 opportunities in there for Gina Urango on clean transition plays to put it away and hit it right to Haley Harward in one of those. Those are the ones I want to see Gina win more regularly.
Yeah, in their match, we talked about how deliberate she was and precise in some of her shots. A little bit more tentative on that particular rally.
Well, and I feel like a missed serve here has a huge impact. Just playing to 8 before the men step out on the court, making this a 1-point game. The error from Urango.
We're at 5-4. This would normally be where you were warm-up wise. You would have taken this many swings and had this many touches for your warm-up, and you'd be just starting the match. Here, we already have points on the board. This is a unique challenge.
And you can imagine, too, for the San Diego Smash women, they want to try and give enough of a buffer for Chase and Miles coming out against, again, the undefeated Andy and Miles, a matchup we just saw play out. Urango Rodriguez also have the 2-0 advantage against this specific team in league play. Yahtzee! The Hulk smash from Rodriguez.
Yeah, what a timely one that is. Even if Dallas are to side out here, San Diego could hand over a 3-point advantage with just one more side out.
Locked and loaded, Tony Rodriguez. She's been a menace from the service line.
We see all varieties of handshakes from our ladies teams in particular, just a traditional handshake that time from Gina and Tony.
Dallas Dream take a timeout. This gives actually the men a little bit more warm-up time here. A unique tactic.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, they don't want to be in a 4-point deficit, certainly, so they've got to take a timeout, collect themselves. I think wisely taken here.
Kevin, I have to ask, with the golden set now on the line, what would it mean to either one of these teams to take home the first ever AVP League championship?
A big step forward. I think for any of these partnerships to take the title, they're moving on to next year, probably together. And it just imbues you with more confidence that you can play in this format, that you can compete in this format against the best teams. And they'll be looking forward to a shorter offseason arriving in the summer. Outstanding.
Let's check in with Casey Patterson here.
Yeah, I was just talking to Jess Budinger, Chase's wife, and we're talking about the scenario of the girls. If they get hot and they put Chase and Miles with a good lead here, which is exactly what happened, the tables have turned, right? So the boys would just have to side out to get to the win. So this is kind of best case scenario for San Diego. So they're looking to use that leverage and advantage and just take it into the finals.
You make a great point. It could be a bit of a side out for the win in terms of the San Diego Smash men. However, Dallas Dream, they need that point. They just found their 5th.
Yeah, that starts with a good pass this time from DeBerg, and she is very difficult to contend with when she receives the ball well.
Rodriguez tips it right over the top. 8-5. The women are done. They have put in the work, and the San Diego Smash now have a 3-point lead with the men coming to the court. Tony Rodriguez absolutely amped. The 3-point advantage as the men take the court in this golden set with the AVP League Championship on the line, earning the right to have the fans on their side.
They've done their work and set up essentially a drill that gets played all the time. You're maybe not familiar with the stakes here. You're definitely familiar with the format, playing drills where you're down 3 and have to score to go ahead in a match.
Yeah, and it is that's a good comparison, because this is a deficit not of their making for Miles and Andy. There is kind of a different mentality if you've gotten yourself in a situation and now you have to work yourself out. But now it's this collaborative effort, and can they find their usual level and make a little comeback here?
The Dallas Dream needed 10 points from the men. For the San Diego Smash, it was just 7, to your point.
And they start drills like this all the time. You would play, say on the indoor side, when you're playing at 25, you would play 2018, and a team starts down at 18 or 17. Here, playing to 15, you would want to start a drill at, say, 12-9, something like that, if you want to compress it, but playing from that deficit.
Yes, baby!
Chase Budinger closes out the back-to-back points from the Dallas Dream. Rodriguez still has energy. I don't know how.
With league play continuing over the winter, you're going to see a lot of teams playing from 8-5.
Very, very true.
Chase Budinger, Miles Evans, Andy Benesh, and Miles Partain. Jump set unfold! Chase Budinger.
Now that's one sometimes I think they go to the set part of the option a little too frequently. Miles is so adept at that ball and really wide open for him to take a swing that time. Obviously easy once you see the result. Just say that.
Three steps to get to the net, and there's the option play. Kind of their ride or die for the Dallas Dream.
I would go right back to it. I would push it a little bit further too, over to that right-hand side, make Chase really commit to it. Otherwise, Rich, you're right, it was wide open the time before. I think Miles just didn't see it.
Yeah, the only trouble, sorry, Cam, if you push it too far to the right, is that Miles is left-handed. Can I get over his shoulder a little bit, hinder some of that vision?
Tempo and more tempo. The flying swing from Miles Evans.
The easy float serve into the lap of Miles Evans is not going to get the job done. Here, if you're the Dallas Dream, you've got to come up with a little bit of movement.
That's where Miles' game needs to progress. Partain, he has to serve tougher.
Miles Evans standing at the service line. Pops that deep into the court. Partain with limited vision gets a touch off the block.
I think Miles was momentarily flabbergasted that you could possibly claim that wasn't touched.
A look back at the block, but could this be the turn here for the Dallas Dream? Andy Benesh back to the service line, one of the best servers in the men's field. A perfect pass. Right down the seam.
Confidence. Confidence kind of swing. No hesitation, no thinking about it, taking it from point A to point B, and that one's in the sand.
Yeah, and that's a really, really good swing. You can see Andy really wide of him, closing down that line. Miles in the angle, and Miles just splitting the difference.
Dug up, Miles Evans with the soft touch.
And you see the same sort of confidence in that play. It comes in the approach, the gather, all the energy right to the top where he could attack, and instead takes the open sand. Watch his approach here. Watch how intense it is. Good gather, very deliberate, and another good spot. Another nice choice from Evans.
Yeah, and it comes on the back of a perfectly controlled dig on the heater cross court from Benesh. Just cushions that beautifully.
From 8-1. 8-1, that's where we're going.
Potential here. Tries to get in front and trying to turn the tables. Andy Benesh. The San Diego Smash, again, we're at 8th position in the standings. They bolstered that up to number 5 in one weekend, then to the 4th place spot, just sneaking their way into the championships. Right now, they're just 2 away from the first ever. No! That's just dirty. Miles Evans sets the ball over the net, bringing this to championship point.
Yeah, that's kind of the confidence you were alluding to, Kev. That is a play made in confidence. I'm not sure I think it's the greatest of decisions, but it works out there.
A nightmare of a situation for the Dallas Dream. Championship point. Blocked out. One fended off.
Cam, look who's going back to serve. To your point earlier, can he find a little magic? He's going to need to.
All the San Diego Smash need is a side out for the title. They go to Chase Budinger. He hammers and it's scooped. Partain gets one more. Goosebump worthy.
Now, Andy is no stranger to back-to-back aces in this season, by the way. What do? Do you pull it down the line here, or do you go cross-court again?
Yeah, I go back to your adage of hitting your best serve. You throw yourself a good toss, you whap it, you take the result.
I think you cut it to the line here. He's got that cut line shot. Throw yourself a little to the right, cut back to Miles' right-hand side.
Match point. Chase takes the first. Partain. Another!
I mean, that's a perfect pass, perfect set. It's just an even perfecter dig from Miles Partain.
How about the soft contact from Miles Partain, the soft scoop?
Let me just baby it up to you, partner.
Cushions on the platform.
It was a double. Where are my guys? Where are we at? This is incredible. The last 2 digs by Miles was insane. This is what we want. This is what the golden set was created for. This is, I'm down here like a total fan filming with my phone. It's amazing.
Casey, we love the energy. We're currently watching the replay now as Miles Partain just goes crossbody dig after dig right now. This is a whole different ball game. You start getting tight on the side of the San Diego Smash, Kev?
This is how the league has been all year. When you distill down to the top 8 teams, and then you distill down to the top 4, then to the top 2 playing their best at this moment, you get these kinds of margins, a golden set and a comeback for the Dallas Dream right now.
Somebody has got to put a ring on this golden set, or more so, a golden belt. Who will be taking home the championship?
Benesh has to put it in first. He's been putting it in with some decent snap.
A whiskey being distilled in a fine oak barrel, Kevin.
It was 11-14, then 12-14, now 13-14. The San Diego Smash still have a chance to close this out.
Claim the belt.
Right back to Budinger. With precision, the first ever AVP League champions, the San Diego Smash. From 8 to 1, a storybook ending.
And a remarkable performance by all 4 players on that team.
Yeah, just another level of grit, right? It was only 3 weeks ago that we thought that their season was all but over. It was just kind of going through the motions until the regular season concluded. They had other plans, and now they will don the belts.
The rise of that partnership, Jeannie Arango and Tony Rodriguez, the confidence imbued into Miles Evans and the way that he has played Chase and his blocking lineups over the last couple of weeks. It's all come together, all the work that they've done, and both of them running the fast offense at times.
It's time to grab the champagne for the San Diego Smash. What an incredible journey, what an incredible product. The champagne celebrations in Los Angeles. We'll get a chance to catch up with these 4 winners. The San Diego Smash doing the unthinkable. Somebody grab their belts. We want to see those things worn until 2025. The Smash on the other side of the break. The words of those sitting next to me, just absolute insanity all the way from 8 to 1. Let's check in with the winners of the first ever AVP League Championship.
What's up, champ? What's going on, Smash? Wow, you guys are fantastic. You were so much fun to watch as a team, the way that you cheered each other on in this first iteration of the AVP League. And the AVP League Championship, it is all about how you finished, and you guys finished better than anybody. Miles, Evans, how you feeling, champ?
Man, just so blessed, so grateful. This team, everyone, my friends and family supporting me along the way. What an awesome year it's been, and we got to be on the top to end it.
Yes, you did. And you guys, so much fun. You got to finish that golden set. Chase, what was it like? You come out there with an 8-5 lead. You're taking on the team that has been overall the best in the league so far. You had a little league. You had a job to do. You feeling pretty good going into that?
Yeah, I'm happy that we were able to finish and get the win, but a lot of the credit goes to our girls. They dominated all day. They got us that lead that we needed, and you know, they deserve all the credit.
Well, let's talk to him then. Oh, no, I think he's right. I think he's right, Tony. You have become a fan favorite for your energy, for your love of the game and of your partner. You've been so much fun to watch, your energy with the crowd, so nobody deserves this more than you do. Congratulations, Tony. How you feeling right now? You are a league champion. Your AVP career has officially begun. Congratulations.
Thanks. I just think it's amazing that I got to do it with these 3 people, and I've never even made an AVP final or championship, so I thought it was freaking awesome, and I'm stoked.
Well, we are stoked for you. You are infectious. It's so much fun. And Gina, the veteran, what a career you've had, and you've been so much fun to watch all the way. You've been incredible on the court. You've had so many people rooting for you. I've been rooting for you, and I'm so happy for you, Gina. You're an AVP League champion, the veteran. How you doing?
I don't feel like a veteran. I still feel young, but I mean, they all said, I'm just so happy to have them on our team, and I just really feel like us having developed this camaraderie together and doing a lot of things outside of just the sport has really helped us and get this win.
Well, you guys were an amazing team. The way that the 4 of you worked together, especially in that golden set. Ladies and gentlemen, at home and here on site, your inaugural AVP League champions, the San Diego Smash. And now it is time to get your championship belts. We got AVP League Commissioner Bobby Corvino presenting the belts to Gina, Tony, Chase, and Miles.
Raise them high, the AVP League champions, the San Diego Smash. The first title for not just Tony Rodriguez, but also Miles Evans, and it's a monumental one in this 2024 season, an unprecedented season. Your final thoughts as we close out this year?
There were so many questions coming in, and what would it look like? Would it honor beach volleyball? Would the structure be as it should? And I think it's questions with answers. And the answer is yes. The fans showed up. The players got into it. The speed was good. The quality was there. And this looks like the future.
Yeah, they say, you know, tomorrow is promised to nobody. Certainly your place in the league promised to nobody. Just a few short weeks ago, this San Diego Smash squad, bottom of the table. They had a never say die attitude, and look where they are now, wearing the championship belts. It was a tremendous ride.
They changed the format and challenged these athletes to rise, and they have risen above. I think it's been an incredible brand of volleyball from start to finish. High flying, high octane, so much force everywhere you look, and a chance to see some rising stars in the mix. Tony Rodriguez really comes to mind in that regard. What surprised you the most about this year?
I guess pleasantly the state of the game. In terms of talent, in terms of creativity, the young players we've seen come along. I've seen a lot of quality play, and I think the future is bright for the American side when you look at more broadly men and women.
What are you most looking forward to 2025?
Well, I'm looking forward to see where this goes, right? It was the first year. There's always a few bumps along the way. We smoothed those out, and we've got a great product and a lot of parity, it turns out, in our country.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun, a lot of parity. And by the way, just a few months before we get started again for the 2025 season, you gotta love playing volleyball.
Let's run it back.
Let's run it back. So much fun here on the AVP League. We want to thank you for joining us for the last 9 straight weeks. We can't wait to see you right back on the sands. A look back to the championship weekend. The San Diego Smash came to play. They went 3-1, and then took home the title. Miles Evans, Chase Budinger, Gina Urango, and Tony Rodriguez did the unthinkable. For Kevin Barnett, Rich Lamborn, Casey Patterson, Mark Sherman, and our entire crew, I'm Cameron Irwin. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. We'll see you back on the sand.